Here in east central Indiana, about this time of the year when it starts to cool down, mice that have lived in comfort and in peace, seeking warmer climates, as we make our way to Florida, they make their way to my garage. How do you deal with mice that all of a sudden feel like they have a home in your garage? Can you imagine that? Why would a mouse think that they could move into my garage and make their home there? Well, how do you deal with mice in your garage? Today, I'm going to show you the techniques that I've used over the years to rid mice from my garage. From the least favorite to some untested, I have some ideas for you that I believe will work. We know as homeowners that mice seem dirty, and maybe they are, maybe they aren't. I don't know. I'm not a mouse expert, but what I am is someone who has tested various ways to get rid of mice. Now, in my opinion, the most inhumane way to get rid of a mouse is this trap right here. It's a glue trap. Now, let's say if you are a mouse and you're coming and you want to, oh, look, a glue trap. Ah, my brother, he got stuck in one of them and man, he couldn't eat for a week. He did get loose, but he couldn't eat for a week. His mouth stuck together. Well, when mice get in these traps, they are stuck for the most part, and they can't get out. So there you have a mouse still alive on this trap, looking at you with them beady eyes, saying, what are you going to do? Well, I found that to be kind of inhumane in a way for me, but we do, and people do use these traps. But that's one of my least favorite ways, because you don't want this little beady mice looking at you in the eyeballs saying, hey, what are you going to do? I don't know what I'm going to do. I know. Uh-oh. I don't use this trap hardly ever. Another trap that I've used over the years, it's not necessarily a trap, and this one works better outside. It has a little bar in there that somehow when mice eat it, I don't know what's in that bar. Do you? Let me know. All I know is they crawl in this hole and they think they're going to get a nice little meal from that green bar. It smells, it attracts them, and everything else. They eat that and they run off to play, and guess what? Oh, they're dead. That's all right outside, and these work well around the perimeter of your house. But who wants a dead mouse in their house? I don't. I did that once in an office that I worked in. I'll tell you what, the smell of decomposing mice for half the summer wasn't very pleasant. It wasn't for me, and it won't be for you. So use this one outside if you're going to do it. And put it around the perimeter of your house, maybe 4 or 5 around the perimeter. You can get these at any hardware store. Another one that I've used over the years is this old classic. Now, this is a mouse trap that's been around for years. But the problem with this mouse trap, for me anyway, has been setting it. Have you ever tried to set a mouse trap with this? I mean, that spring's got some power to it. So you go like this. You bring this spring over. What I did is I bring this spring over. You see that? And you take this little wire and you try to hook that wire in a little notch right there. And then you let up very carefully And if you're lucky, it doesn't spring on you. But in my experience, ow, that hurts. Oh, for crying out loud, that hurt. I'm gonna have a bruise on my knuckle. Who in their right mind would want to use a mousetrap like that? Man, my knuckle hurts. I forgot how powerful these are. I haven't used them for a while. But you don't want to use this mousetrap unless you want to get your... And then putting a little piece of cheese or whatever right there. I mean, does that make sense to you? It didn't to me, and it doesn't to me. So I don't use this trap much in my garage to rid mice. And by the way, if you do get a mouse in this trap, believe me, unless you just catch it by the leg and it's running around in circles in your garage, this kills them almost instantly. So it does what it's designed to do. They've been around for years. If you don't have trouble setting them, then by all means, use this. For crying out loud anyway. Ouch, that hurt. Okay, the next trap, and the one that I use most commonly, well, fact is, it's the only trap I use anymore. First of all, like I said previously, we think of mice as being dirty. We put on these long gloves and we get our tweezers and we walk out and we're gonna do this with a mouse, right? And can you see your wife going after a mouse like this? Eee! Well, yeah. Anyway, women, I found an easier way. All you need is a set of garden gloves, very easy. But this trap right here, yeah, this trap right here. How you see this little pocket? You can put some bait in there if you want. Usually a little peanut butter or a few seeds, whatever you want. But you know how you set this trap? This arm right here is you just grab it like this. Now watch this. I mean, watch closely. That trap is set. I use this in my garage year-round. I set it along the wall with this edge against the wall, against the foundation. I don't even put bait in that trap because mice have a tendency of running along a hard surface or a corner. They'll come running, trotting through there. So here's Mr. Mouse again. He's coming through. Doot, 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 doot. Oh, look at that. Oh, ouch, 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 ouch. Uh-oh. Do, 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 do. Gone. And ladies, this is sitting on the floor like... Ladies, oh, you're not going to believe this, guys. But my mouse fell right into the glue trap. He won't be able to run for a week, will he? Let's see if we can get him off of there. Oh boy, I'm freed. Freed at last. But you have this mouse in this trap, maybe like this, and you pick this trap up, you walk outside, and all you do is you grab this. The mouse hasn't even touched it. And you go, and he falls out. That's a simple trap. It's got nice sharp teeth. It does what the trap's designed to do. It does for me, and it will for you. Now I want to show you another product. I've never used it. It's untested with me, but we do sell them at Briggs Hardware across the alley. And it is this right here. Let me get the packaging. It's a rodent repeller. Not an impeller or propeller. A repeller. Yes, there I got it. Repeller. So the best way to rid mice from your garage, I guess, I've never used this, is not to get mice in your garage to begin with. right? Common sense. Well, maybe, I don't know. For me, for crying out loud. Oh, yes, I've never used this, but what it is something you plug into the wall. And you don't even lose your outlet or your receptacle, at least one of them. It's got a place where you can plug into the bottom, whatever was in there. But this puts out some kind of, I don't know how it works, but some kind of signal, and I think only mice can hear it, and it says, don't go into that garage. And guess what? He looks at the house, and then he looks at the neighbor's house, and he says, why is that house telling me not to go into it? Looks good, but it's telling me not to go in. This little thing speaks to mice, and it tells them not to go into that house. So what's the mouse do? He turns around and trots back, and your neighbor's going to the hardware to get something to get rid of mice and not you. I guess that's how it works. I don't know. It comes with a full set of instructions. Instructions. I never read instructions anyway. There you have it. Nobody likes mice in their garage. I don't, and you don't. So, how to get rid of mice from your garage. If you like what I've shared with you today, go down to the subscribe button and hit subscribe. Comment, like, share my videos. I'll come to you from my shop into your home and share some of the knowledge that I picked up over the years. By the way, that knuckle still hurts, for crying out loud.